What is going on, everybody? You're probably not expecting to see us right now. It is 2026. We are back. We have a huge announcement to make. Barry,
Season 2 is premiering on Monday. Now, let's start the show.
What's going on, everybody? It is true. The rumors are true, even though there is probably no rumors at all. The Manilow Method is back for Season 2. For the first time in 2026, I am Logan Allen, and that is my co-host, Mr. Barry Harris, and we are coming at you live from Illinois and Pennsylvania for Season 2 of our show, The Manilow Method. Thank you so much for tuning in. For those of you who are returning, we thank you so much, and we hope you enjoyed our first season. And if you haven't seen our first season yet and you're wondering who the heck we are, today we're going to reflect on our first season and encourage you to go back and watch it. We really encourage you to go back and watch it. And we're also going to give an introduction to this next season, what's going to be the same, what's going to be different, because there are going to be a couple of changes, but we're still going to focus on one major thing, and that is celebrating the legacy, the life, and the history, and the discography, most importantly, of Dr. Barry Manilow. I am so excited to be back now. I can only imagine how excited you are, Barry. We're here. It's Season 2. Like we said in our first season, we have no idea how many seasons there are going to be of this show, but we are so happy to be back, and we cannot wait to talk about even more albums in the second season. So once again, my name is Logan Allen. I am a musician from Illinois. I play all sorts of stuff. I play by myself. I play in a band. I have my own Barry Manilow tribute band that you can find us. We're called Could It Be Magic? And I just love all things music, and I love all things Barry Manilow. That's who I am 19 at the time of us taping, so this might be our last season where I'm a 19-year-old. Yikes. So yes, I am Logan Allen from Illinois, Logan Allen Music on all social media. Barry, who are you, Barry?
Yes, my name is Barry Harris. My handle is at Barry Harris Music. I am a singer-songwriter, and just like Logan, Barry Manilow is the artist that inspired me to follow my path. I have my own original music. I play music around here where I live in Delaware County, Pennsylvania. That's the county that's right outside of Philadelphia. Some of you might know where that is because I know some of you in Delco, which we use as short for Delaware County, call it Delco. Some of you are watching from Delco, and some of you outside of Delco have absolutely no idea what Delco is. But I'm proudly from Delco, and I love performing. It has been my life for, well, I don't want to say how many years at this point. I stopped counting a long time ago. But nevertheless, it's so great to be back for Season 2. This is the first time we are actually taping anything after having read all of your wonderful letters that you've said to us, all of your wonderful comments, because a fact that some of you might not know is that Season 1 was all filmed before we started going public with this, so we were just literally talking to a camera. We had no idea what was on the other side of that camera, but now Logan and I definitely know who is on the other side of that camera, and we cannot be more grateful for you for watching. This is going to be pretty much similar to what you saw in Season 1, but here's a couple of exciting changes. Don't adjust your sets. You might notice something looks different, and that is because Logan and I are coming to you in 4K. Really, I mean, that's quite a lot. The engineering crews did a lot of work between the off season to get us ready for this moment. And we also have something new and exciting, playlist. If you go to our YouTube channel, whenever we cover the cover albums that Barry Manilow does, where he has an event-themed album, what we're going to do is for any episode that we do in the future, if we do any of the cover albums in Season 2, we are going to release a playlist containing all of the original songs that Barry Manilow covered, and you can listen to them in sequence, and you might find that as a very fulfilling and interesting way of experiencing the Barry Manilow records in a whole new way, especially if you're not familiar with the originals. Now, many of you know in season 1, we did one of Barry Manilow's cover records. We did the summer of '78. That was episode number 2 of season 1. We retroactively put a playlist up. It's there right now if you go and look. The Summer of '78 playlist is live, so you can listen to all of the original songs that Barry Manilow covered. And like I said, if we do any cover albums in the future, which we eventually will, we will release a playlist so you can have fun at home along with us. So I'm very excited about this new season, especially the covers. Logan, I want to talk about the covers for a minute because we've never really talked about the covers, because here's the funny inside story. When we taped season 1, the music was not done. The music was done after we taped the episode. So we didn't know what... When we said we didn't know what we were covering, we really did not know what we were covering. And I'll give you a little inside information that we waffled a lot on the songs that we were going to do, because really this was, for me, I don't know about you, Logan, but this was a soul-bearing exercise to really expose the truth. My standard for what song I picked, I looked at the album and thought, which song can I attach the most to? And that does not mean it was the biggest hit single off of the album, and telling the truth is such a vulnerable thing, and it really, again, that really separates the men from the boys when you are really crawling into the song and really trying to find not just what is the truth of the song, but what is your own personal truth. But looking back at last season, there were so many great musical moments. Stay, that was amazing. I had so much fun doing that, and the reaction we got from everybody, especially from viewers in the United Kingdom, that was really special. So thank you all for your outreach on that one. We loved hearing from all of you. I loved singing that song. I loved singing Copacabana. I mean, it's such a tried and true song, but again, to really dig in and figure out what is the truth of this song. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. What's the truth in that? And it goes really deep when you really think about nostalgia and the dangers of nostalgia and longing for a time and place that will never come back. And so Copacabana, when I was singing it and thinking about what does this mean, it was really deep and it was really real. So again, thank you all for doing that. Logan, I'm curious, is there any moments from the past season that you really enjoyed musically?
I would say one of my favorites to pick apart. So, again, this is to kind of give some inside information. The way that Barry and I do these cover songs is we do them very differently from one another. The Barry's songs are to, like he said, highlight the truth in the songs, and I think he does a phenomenal job of it. And the way that I do my covers is, yes, to find the truth in it, but it's more about what makes a song unique as far as the arrangement. And that's why I have a lot of fun building all of the layers. Literally every single song that I record on the show, I record sitting right here with this keyboard, and I've got my guitars right there, and I hole up in this room for as long as it takes. And I would say that one of my favorite songs to pick apart was Bluer Than Blue from the Summer of '78 record. There are so many keyboard layers that I found, so many bass riffs that I found that I never really paid attention to, but they really help move me through the song. That was one of my favorites as well. And another one that I really enjoyed was Getting Over Losing You. We talked on the Here Comes the Night episode, I believe that was episode number 4, that Getting Over Losing You was only played once in concert ever that we know of. It was in February of 1997. It was a show that Manilow did by himself, just him and a piano. So there were two things I wanted to do with it. One was I wanted to imagine what it maybe would have been like to hear him do it live, just him and a piano. But I also wanted to strip it down and show what a beautiful lyric it was, because, man, it was one of the songs that we discussed in season 1 that I didn't really know a whole lot about before we discussed it and researched it. But man, as soon as I heard it for the first time, I fell in love with it. So I would say that was probably a highlight too. And also Stay. Stay was so much fun to do. All the vocal parts were so fun to do. And I think my favorite part of the first season was just having an excuse to arrange these songs, having an excuse to, just sit here like this and listen to 2 seconds of the song and skip it back and be like, okay, there's an electric piano happening there. What's it doing? Okay, that's following the chord, but the xylophone isn't. So it's like those moments really kind of, I don't want to say forced. They gently forced me to look at these songs under a type of microscope that I never really had before. And I really am looking forward to that in these future seasons, and specifically season 2, because, again, we don't really know what we're going to do yet, but some of the ideas that we have, I am really excited about, and I am really excited to raise the bar with this season. So if you enjoyed our first season, which we really hope that you did, I think you're really going to enjoy this new season that we have here. And man, I have to say, I have been blown away by the number of people who not only watch our show, but continually watch our show. People who, don't just leave a comment on one video that they saw saying, hey, we like this song. It's people who continually will comment on a video and give us their thoughts and their ideas, and if they own a specific piece of history that's rare or stuff. It's just so fulfilling to know that we are sort of the catalyst for bringing some of these fans together. And I think, and like you said, some foreign comments that we've gotten from the UK. We had someone reach out. I'm terribly sorry, your name is escaping me, but somebody emailed us from Japan. Somebody watches us from Japan. And I mean, I'm from middle of nowhere, Illinois. You're from the East Coast, Pennsylvania. I never would have guessed that people from the UK and from Japan and from all these places would grab on to this very niche project. And I can't say thank you enough, and I'm sure I'm speaking for both of us here when we say we deeply appreciate your guys' response and your feedback and your support, and we can't wait to give you more of what we gave you in season 1 and even more on top of that. So we have really one huge question that I think we need to address, and that is a question we've been asked a lot is, okay, Logan, you live in Illinois. Barry, you live in Pennsylvania. How do you sing together on the covers that we do together? Barry, give us a little insight into how in the world we pull this madness off.
Yeah, well, the first thing, the way we pull off the madness is pre-planning. Before we do anything, before we record a note, we have a conversation about the song. And the first thing we do before anything else is one of us takes the lead. Because we are not co-located, somebody has to take responsibility for starting the song, and it kind of shifts every time. It's just kind of random. And it really doesn't matter who starts it, but somebody needs to start and take that lead, and they have to put the first track down, get everything into a grid, and sing the first vocal. And then we trade a lot of files. There's so much of things going into cloud drives that we're downloading and uploading and putting together, so it's just a lot of back and forths. But to get that final result that people were curious about, it starts with one person doing it first and then somebody else coming in and matching what they do. And a lot of times I'll say this, there are songs that I have started and I sang my vocal and then Logan recorded his, and then I sit back and think, wow, Logan just knocked this out of the park and my voice sounds just pales in comparison, so I end up having to re-record my vocal to match.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it happens. No, it happens a lot where just once we bring everybody together, it's just not gelling as well as it could, and so there's a lot of opportunities to go back and do it again and make it a little bit better. But I will say we pour so much love into those tracks, and also speaking of great feedback we received, my favorite thing to hear is I never heard of that song and I love it. I did Nickels and Dimes from the Barry Live in Britain, although it's not on Barry Live in Britain. It's only on the B-side, and it's not available digitally. So that's a song that hardly anybody has heard. I know some super fans that definitely know what that song is, and we definitely hear from you. We always see you, but we know there's others that absolutely have not heard of that. But to get letters, people saying, you all sound great, and I love that song, but I never heard it before. And I think that's the ultimate compliment, because let me say this. The legacy of Barry Manilow does not need our help in any way. It's perfectly fine. But for us to open a door for someone else who never would have discovered it, that is the ultimate dream for me. And so I, again, appreciate you all for sharing your thoughts and your reactions. And definitely tell us what you think if you've heard the song or if you've never heard the song and what you think of it. We'd love to know your thoughts. We welcome all the thoughts that you have.
So there are a couple things we need to address before this thing gets to be insanely long. There have been a couple of updates in the Manilow world since we taped our first season. Like we said, before we even started publishing anything, before we announced the show was happening, we filmed everything for season 1. So now we have the ability to periodically give some real-time updates on things that are happening. And one of the things to mention is that there's a new song in the Manilow catalog. Back last year, and I believe it was actually before we started going on the air. It was shortly after we taped the first season, and as soon as it came out, we were, it was like so close to after we finished taping it. He put out the song Once Before I Go, and something that's very interesting to express from the two of us is that Barry and I actually went to Las Vegas. We went to the Westgate Las Vegas. We have a travel vlog from that if you want to go see our experience. But we actually got to be in the room when Manilow taped the music video for Once Before I Go. So that was a very special experience that we were able to have together. But that song has been out for a few months now. And when that song came out, they announced the name of the next Barry Manilow album. The album is going to be called What a Time, and at the point of us taping this introduction episode, we don't have a release date or any information on that, but knowing our luck from season 1, we'll probably publish this episode, and then we'll get all of that information. So you might not hear a real-time update from us in a video form, but we will definitely share it on our social media, so find us there, and we will give you all the real-time updates, Facebook, Instagram, at The Manilow Method. And one more thing we want to mention is we posted a quick little snippet about this a little bit ago, but recently Dr. Manilow had a large health scare. When we were in Las Vegas, all 3 shows that we were going to see unfortunately got canceled due to a lingering case of bronchitis. Well, about a month after we saw him, he got it again, and they did some scans and tests, and they found out that it was actually lung cancer. That they gave the signs that they needed to look into it further, and it turned out to be lung cancer. As far as we know, again, at the taping of this, he has not come back to the stage yet. He's not scheduled to come back until Valentine's Day weekend, but they're adding all sorts of dates. They're adding arena dates all across the East Coast and Florida, and he's going to be all over the place this spring. So we take that as a sign that he has recovered from his surgery and he is on his way to being well enough again to perform for all of us and sing all of these timeless songs. So once again, we would love to send our well wishes and our powerful thoughts and just anything that we can to Manilow and his family and his band and his crew and everybody, and we just hope that you can come back 110% full force and give us all the shows that we know you love performing and that you're capable of. So we thank you all so much for tuning into this introduction episode. I'm Logan Allen. That's Barry Harris. We're the Manilow Method. So today is Friday. Next Monday, literally in a couple of days, Season 2, Episode 1 will be yours to enjoy. So we thank you all so much. Barry, do you have any final thoughts before we send these people on their way?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So thank you all so much for supporting us. And by the way, for any of you that would like to do something for us, if you'd like to support our channel, subscribe, like, comment, and share our videos with someone in your life that you think would really enjoy our conversations. If you take that time and share it, you will actually be making a great impact on us. So thank you for your friendship. Thank you for everything that you've shared with us, and we so look forward to continuing this journey with all of you.
We cannot wait to see you guys next week. I'm going to give you this one more time. That's the signal. Season 2 is yours in just a couple of days, where we, for the first time in Season 2, talk about an album from Mr. Dynamite himself. We are the Manilow Method. We'll see you soon, everybody.